Have you ever thought about how surreal some legal concepts can be? Today, we're going to delve into a fascinating realm where the law can sometimes seem more like an abstract painting than a set of rules and regulations. And the brush we'll be using to paint this picture, it's a little legal principle known as adverse possession. Adverse possession at its core is a concept that can turn traditional notions of property ownership on their heads. It's a phenomenon where someone can gain legal ownership of another person's property simply by using it openly, continuously, and without the owner's permission for a certain period of time. Imagine, for a moment, you own a piece of land, but instead of actively using it, you leave it vacant. Now let's say someone else comes along and starts using that land. They plant a garden, build a shed, maybe even a small house, and they do this openly for everyone to see. They don't hide it, they don't ask your permission, they just do it, and they keep doing it year after year. Here's where it gets surreal. After a certain period, depending on the jurisdiction, that person could potentially claim legal ownership of your land, not because they bought it or inherited it, but simply because they've been using it. It's a bit like a dream where the things you thought you knew suddenly change and morph into something completely different. This legal concept, as strange as it may sound, has its roots in practicality. Adverse possession exists to encourage the productive use of land and prevent neglect. It's a wake-up call to absentee owners, urging them to make good use of their property or risk losing it to someone who will. But like any dream or nightmare, depending on your perspective, it's not as simple as it seems. There are checks and balances to adverse possession. The possessor must use the land openly and notoriously. They must be in exclusive possession of the property, and they must use it continuously for the period stipulated by law, among other requirements. So, adverse possession, while surreal and seemingly abstract, is a part of the legal landscape. A part that challenges our conventional understanding of property ownership, and yet serves a practical purpose of encouraging productive use of land. In today's discussion, we've journeyed through the surreal landscape of adverse possession, explored its purpose and requirements, and examined how it challenges traditional notions of property rights. Like a dream, it's a concept that may seem strange and disconnected from reality, but it's a part of the law, a part of our society, and a part of how we understand and use property. So the next time you find yourself thinking about property, ownership, and the law, remember that the legal landscape is not always as it seems. It's a realm where the surreal can become real, where dreams can shape reality, and where a piece of land can change hands not through a sale or a gift, but through use and time. That's the surreal reality of adverse possession, and that's the surreal reality of the law.